So today I'm sitting here with Bob Miller. He is the Vice President of the Aquaculture Division of Pentair. Great partner, great friend, has done a lot of work with Bell, continues to add a lot of support. And I want to talk to Bob today about Pentair's investment and where they see aquaculture going and kind of their perspective on the industry.
Thank you, Norm.
So Bob, when I look at aquaculture across North America, we're importing 91% of our seafood. How do we, together, collaborating efforts, really look at this and say we need an investment into aquaculture and the opportunities that Pentair brings to the table? Can you assist in that?
Well, as you said, Norman, we import about 90+% of our seafood today, and that if you look around the world, that's actually the biggest gap between production and consumption of any country around the world. And the fact that we're one of the top consuming countries, but we're not one of the top producers, creates a situation, I think, that really we have to address as a country, and in terms of what do we want out of seafood, and if you look at poultry industries, beef industries, other industries, there's an advocacy for the industry. And when we think about seafood at Pentair and we think about, the need for food and the combination of the food, water, and energy kind of space, really seafood and the production of seafood is an area that with our skill set, our technologies that we bring to the table, it's a place that we feel like we can really help and really help the industry. We've come into the industry with a very long-term view. I think I've shared that with you several times in terms of, we're in it for the long haul, and we believe that our technology and what we offer in terms of sustainable solutions, particularly around recirculating aquaculture systems, is something that will be of value to the industry and will really help change that 90+% seafood importation situation that we've got.
So I see that your company is producing components of our RAS technology that are extremely important, and that continues to drive efficiency into those, such as drum filters and UV lighting, things that are at high value to what we are doing. Can you talk about some of that technology?
Sure. As you mentioned, a couple of the ones that we've been active on in the last 12, 18 months or so in terms of either acquisition or bringing technology to the industry. What we have really looked at is the whole recirculating aquaculture system and looked at each element in terms of the necessary steps in order to have an efficient operating system and a quality operating system. And we've looked at the critical components to that system and said, Pentair needs to be really core in those systems. And so a drum screen filter is a core technology, as you know, in terms of removing solids from the system. And it's a place that we felt like we need to get into and really bring something to the table. So we're investing in technology and research. We're going to continue to develop those product lines. We ultimately want to be producing some of that technology, or as much of that technology as possible within the United States as well. UV is a good example. You brought up UV in terms of it's a critical component to keeping the water clean, to raise the fish in a very productive environment, keep mortalities down, and make the system optimized. So those are two specific instances. We're also looking very closely at the filtration technology that the Pentair portfolio has. We have membrane technology, we have ultrafiltration technology, we have many different kinds of filtration technologies that I think can also help recirculating aquaculture systems, and we'll try to bring those to the industry as well.
I think one of the unique things about Pentair's approach is they offer actual hard physical components, but you also have a division, Bob, of consulting and management and design and implementation. So it seems like a very well-rounded package. And is that something new, or is that something you're going to continue to develop?
That was actually an idea from the very beginning, Norman, in terms of when we got into aquaculture, we wanted to be able to bring all elements to the table. And we felt that was really necessary for this industry because there has been failures in aquaculture in this country. When we looked at the industry and some of those failures and looked at some of the reasons why, some of the conclusions we came to were an imbalance between either the biology side or the engineering side or the operational side. And so if we're going to get in and really make a difference and help drive the industry, we felt like bringing all pieces of the pie, if you will, to the table was what it's going to take in order for the industry to succeed, but also for Pentair to be a critical part of the industry success as well.
Well, again, I just want to thank you, Bob. You've been a lifelong partner for us since we've started with your group, and we just appreciate your investment to Bell and appreciate the product and support that we get from you.
Awesome. We appreciate the relationship as well, Norman.
Thank you.